Hey everyone, welcome to this slow flow. This class is designed to kind of re-energize or revitalize you. A little bit of a pick-me-up kind of class if you're feeling a little sluggish or low energy. We don't particularly need any props, but a block is always nice to have if you've got one. Just keep it nearby. Likewise, anything else that you might like to have for your practice, if you know that you like to have some cushioning under your knees when kneeling, perhaps grabbing a cushion or a folded up blanket to keep nearby. Also, anything you might like for your shavasana, just keeping it nearby so you don't have to interrupt your flow to go and grab things. We are going to get started in a seated, no, I lie, we're going to get started laying down on our backs. So coming around and laying down, finding just a comfortable position with your legs. You might like to have your legs out long. If that doesn't feel so comfy for you today, that's okay. You can bend your knees, bring your feet out nice and wide, and just let your knees rock in together at center, creating some space for your lower back. Make any little adjustments that you need to. Let the back of your head feel supported by your mat. And then just let your hands come to rest on your body wherever feels comfortable or natural for you. For me today, that's kind of my lower belly and my upper belly. Some of you might like to have a hand on the heart or hands resting on your hips. Again, whatever feels good for you here. And let's take a few breaths together to ground and to arrive to our practice today. So take a nice deep breath in through your nose, filling all the way up. Open your mouth and let it sigh out. Take two more like that, a nice big breath in and out. Another one, biggest breath you've taken all day. Inhale. And a big exaggerated sigh out. Beautiful. Let your breath start to settle back into its natural rhythm. And take a moment to just scan through your body and notice how you're feeling today. Without judging yourself, just notice what's going on in your body, any physical sensations. And notice how you're feeling energetically as well. Now, I know those days where you're feeling pretty kind of sluggish or a bit fatigued and it's a real effort to get moving. And sometimes in the moment you might hate it a little, but you feel so good afterwards. So I'm hoping that even if you hate it in the moment, that you feel really nice and re-energized by the end of this short class. Let's take a couple more full breaths here, connecting to your own breath and your own rhythm. Beautiful. And then start to draw your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a nice big hug, drawing the knees in. Give yourself a little squeeze and then a little rock from side to side. Beautiful. And then keeping your knees up, we're going to bring arms out wide, palms pressing down. Apologies if my arms are out of frame, but palms pressing down. And then lift your feet up so your ankles are in line with your knees, and then draw your knees over your hips. Feel your core start to switch on here already. Now this might be enough for you today. You're so very welcome to just take this class at your pace with how you're feeling. Let's try to keep that core switched on, and we'll take the knees over to the right hand side. Use your arms, your hands to anchor you. We're not going to drop all the way over. We're just going to hover. And then lift the knees back up through center. And then take them over to the left and hover. Try to keep your back body on the mat, so both shoulders planted down. Inhale, center. Exhale over to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale over to left. We'll do that one more time each side. Inhale, center. Exhale over to right. Inhale, center. Exhale, knees over to left. Beautiful. Come back through center. Nice. Hands can come to the back of your knees. We'll take a few little rocks back and forward. Nice and slow. And then we're going to rock ourselves up to a boat pose in a moment. So back and then forward and lift up. Beautiful. Hover and then back. Forward and lift up. Strong back body. Back. Lift into your boat. Beautiful. 2 more times. Back. Lift into your boat. Last one. Rock back. Lift up into your boat, holding here 3 breaths. You can release your hands if you want a little more challenge, or you can keep them here. You can drop toes down if you need a little bit of support. 1 more breath. Cross your legs, come to seated, sitting up nice and tall. Bring your hands out in front of you. Take a breath in, lift up, lengthen through your back body, lift your chest. As you exhale, start to walk your hands forward. Keeping sit bones grounded. Some of you won't come too far, and that's okay. Just finding your depth. Feel some opening through your hips, but keep that length and opening through your back body and your chest. 1 more breath here. Walk your hands back. Uncross your legs and cross them the other way. So probably the unfamiliar way. Hands in front, sit up nice and tall. Big breath in, long spine, open heart. Exhale as you start to walk your hands forwards. Keep the length in your torso. Full breaths. Beautiful. Start to walk your hands back. We're going to come up and over onto hands and knees. So you might roll over your legs, or you might uncross and make your way into a tabletop. Hands under shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Beautiful. Take an inhale as you drop your belly down, lift your tailbone, your heart to look forward. And an exhale to round. Inhale forward. Exhale round. And again. And round. Beautiful. Back to neutral. Left arm lifts. Inhale. Exhale, thread the left arm underneath the right. Don't touch down, just reach through. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, reach through. Inhale, lift. Exhale, reach through. Come to drop down into the back of your left shoulder. Left ear comes to the mat. Right hand can stay where it is. Or you can drop the forearm. Or you can take your half bind with the right arm. Take another full breath here. You might bring your right hand back down to the mat. We're going to stay in this shape with the upper body, but we're going to bring our right leg out wide. Beautiful. So you might be on the inner seam of the foot, or you might have your foot planted down, whatever feels better for your ankle here. Again, taking another few full breaths. Right hand comes back down to the mat as you lift up and release off that left arm. Both hands come down to the mat. Keep that right leg where it is. We'll take an inhale as you drop your belly, look forward. And exhale, sink that left hip back towards the heel. Inhale forward, cow pose. Exhale as you round and hip back towards your heel. Just do that one more time. Inhale forward. Exhale round and back. Beautiful. Come all the way forward. Let's swing that right leg around behind. Keep the leg lifted here. We'll inhale, reach your left arm forward. And if you feel a little wobbly today, you can keep the left hand down. As you exhale, elbow to knee, drawing into center. Or maybe it's just your knee. Inhale, extend. Exhale, draw it in. Inhale, extend. Exhale, draw it in. Left hand down, right leg extends. Plant the foot down behind your left foot. Oops. Swing your left foot off the mat as you reach your right arm up towards the ceiling. Lift up. Beautiful. And then reach your left arm all the way back. And then we'll complete some circles here with the right arm. So as you inhale, scraping the fingertips along the mat, reaching forward. And exhale, reach up and over. Just do 3 big circles. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Beautiful. Right hand comes down to the mat. Swing your left leg back around behind you. Let's float that right leg up. Inhale. As you exhale, draw the knee in towards your chest and then step or help your foot through in between your knees, in between your hands, sorry. That doesn't make any sense. Come up to your fingertips as you inhale, lift your heart, look forward. As you exhale, start to straighten through front leg, peel the toes back towards you. Nice. Inhale, sink forward. You might have blocks underneath your hands here. And exhale, rock back, half splits. And again, forward. And back. Hold here a couple of breaths. I'm just bringing the block up to what is the top of my mat now. So you might like to do the same. Flex toes back towards you a little bit more. Let's bend the knee, plant your foot down, hands frame your foot. Tuck your back toes, lift the knee. We're going to ground that back heel. Bring your right forearm to rest on your right thigh and then peel your left arm all the way up. And then over your head, extended side angle. Can you draw your right ribs forward and your left ribs back? So you're rotating your torso open a little bit more here. Maybe sink a little more into front leg. From here, we're going to come into our triangle pose. So you might like to grab your block, but we're going to really slowly start to reach the left arm up high. Start to straighten your front leg as you reach your right hand down. And it might just be on the inside of your leg, or you might have your block underneath your hands. Left arm reaches up. Gazing anywhere that feels comfortable. Whether that's up, straight ahead, or down. Can you find a little more expanse from fingertip to fingertip? One more breath. Rise all the way up. Bend into your front knee. Warrior two. Gaze is forward of your front fingertips. Even weight through both feet. Flip your front palm, inhale. Exhale, reverse warrior. Sweep that right hand all the way back. Peel the torso open as you lift your gaze slightly here. Can you sink a little deeper into front knee? Beautiful. Let's windmill the hands down to frame your front foot, coming onto your back toes. You've got the option of using a block underneath your hands here. Hands come forward a little as you lift your back leg up for standing splits. So hands can be at your block as well. Beautiful. Now you can stay here if this feels like enough for you. And if you want a little bit of a challenge, you can inhale as you are. Exhale, left knee behind the right. Bend the right knee as well, Shiva squat. Inhale, extend, straightening both legs. Exhale, draw the knees in and squat. One more time, inhale, extend. Exhale, draw it all in. Beautiful. Extend. Left leg touches down behind you. Plant both hands down. Let's step back into our first downward facing dog and take 5 breaths. You might take a little pedal out of your heels here if that feels good. A little wiggle of your hips or a nod or shake of your head. Or you might find some stillness. And then gently knees will come down to the mat. Coming back to your tabletop, excuse me while I just adjust my clothing. Beautiful. Back onto hands and knees, hands under your shoulders and knees underneath your hips. Let's ground down through left hand, reach your right arm up, inhale. Exhale as you thread the right arm underneath the left, just reaching through. Inhale to extend. Exhale, reach through, finding a twist. And again, inhale, reach up. Exhale, as you reach through, come to rest down on the back of your right shoulder. Right ear comes to the mat. Left hand can stay where it is, or you can drop the forearm or take that half bind. Beautiful. A few more breaths here before we extend the leg. And then left hand comes back down to the mat just to give yourself a little bit of stability. We're going to extend left leg out wide, so heels about in line with your hip. Remember, you can be on the inner edge of your foot or you can be on the sole of your foot, whatever feels more comfortable. And then again, you can take any variation with your left arm. Left hand comes back down to the mat. Let's release right arm. Both hands come down to the mat. We'll inhale, drop the belly down, lift the tailbone and the heart to look forward. As you exhale, round through your back and hip back towards your heel. Again, inhale as you rock forward, lift your heart. Exhale to round and press back. One more time. Inhale forward. And exhale back. Beautiful. Coming all the way forward. Let's lift that left leg up, swing it around behind. Option to stay here if you need a little more stability, or you can reach your right arm forward. We'll take a nice big breath in. Exhale, elbow to knee, or maybe just the knee drawing in. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bring it in. Right hand down, extend that left leg. Plant the foot down behind your right foot. We'll swing right foot off the mat, reaching your left arm up towards the ceiling. Beautiful. And then some arm circles, so we reach the right arm back. As you inhale, we circle it down, tracing along the mat. Reaching all the way up. Exhale over. 2 more circles. Inhale. And exhale. Don't worry if your inhale, exhale's inverted here, as long as you're breathing. Nice full breaths. Beautiful. Both hands down to the mat. Let's swing right foot back around behind you. Lift that left leg up. Draw the knee in towards the chest. Step or help your foot through in between your hands. Now you might have blocks underneath your hands or fingertips to the mat. We'll inhale, lift the heart, look forward. Exhale as you rock back into your half splits. Beautiful. Take a few of these, nice and slow, controlled movement. Holding for a moment in your half splits. Let's plant the foot back down, hands frame your foot. Tuck your back toes, lift the knee, and we'll ground your back heel. Left forearm to rest on your left thigh as you peel your right arm all the way up towards the ceiling and then reach it over your head, extended side angle. And we're peeling or rotating the torso open a little bit more here. Finding length through the whole right side of your body. Maybe sink a little deeper into your front knee, your front hip. From here, we're going to come into our Trikonasana triangle pose. Right arm reaches up. Maybe you grab for your block, or you might just start to straighten that front leg, reaching left hand down, reaching right arm up towards the ceiling. Find a steady gaze and find maybe a little more opening across the front of your body. If you're reaching down here for the ground, you might find that you can't really peel open. So maybe try coming up a little bit higher, whether that's with a block or just pressing the inside of your leg, and see if you feel a little more expansive and open here. Just one more breath. Slowly rise up, bend your front knee, warrior 2. Settling in here for a moment. Flip your front palm, inhale. Exhale, reverse warriors. You sweep the left arm up and over your head. Maybe you're peeling chest, heart open a little bit more towards the ceiling. You might even sink into front hip, front knee a little bit more here. Beautiful. Windmill your hands down to frame your front foot as you come onto your back toes. Option for your block under your hands here as you bring your hands forward. And then we step back foot in a little maybe as you float the back leg up, standing splits. Beautiful. Option to stay right here and hold. Or we can flow through our Shiva squat. So inhale where you are. Exhale, right knee behind the left and squat. Inhale, extend both legs. Exhale as you draw it in. Inhale, extend. Exhale, draw it in. Beautiful. Extend. I think that was 3. Lightly touch your back toes down. Both hands frame your front foot as you step back, downward facing dog. Let's take 3 breaths. slowly roll forward into a high plank. Drop your knees, untuck your toes, lower yourself all the way down to the mat. Beautiful. Toes untucked. Let's press the tops of the feet down into the mat. Bring your hands under your shoulders. In fact, bring your hands out a little bit wider than your shoulders. Come up onto your fingertips. We'll press through fingers, press the tops of your feet down. Peel yourself up into this wide cobra, lifting your heart. And then exhale, come back down. And again, inhale, peel up. Exhale, lower. And last one, peel up. Beautiful, and lower. Let's roll over onto your back. Coming all the way down. Plant your feet down on the mat, knees bent, so feet about hip width apart. Reach your hands down alongside your body. Palms pressing down, and we'll take a few bridge rolls here. So as you inhale, press down through hands and feet, and we'll lift the hips up nice and slow as you peel the spine up vertebrae by vertebrae. And then exhale, melt the spine back down vertebrae by vertebrae. Nice. Sync the movement up with your breath. Use your full inhale, lead with your hips, peel the spine up. Reaching the very top of your inhale, pause. And then exhale, coming back down in reverse. Using your full exhale. Hips come down at the very bottom of your exhale. Take 3 more of these. 3 full breaths, 3 full spinal rolls or bridge rolls. You might even like to close your eyes as you move. Allow yourself to get really absorbed in your breath. Nice. Last one, or close to. Beautiful. At the end of your next exhale, we'll keep the hips down. Draw your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a nice big hug. Maybe even a little rock from side to side. And then release your left leg out long. Take the outside of your right knee with your left hand, and we'll draw that right knee across the body. And you might turn to look over your right shoulder, maybe extending the right arm or bending at the elbow. That right knee doesn't have to touch down to the ground. We'll just take a couple of breaths. Slowly release, bringing your head back to center. Bring both knees in, give a little squeeze first. And then release your right leg long. With your right hand, take the outside of your left knee, and we'll draw that left knee across the body, maybe looking over your left shoulder for a couple of breaths. Beautiful. Head comes back to center, rolling back onto your back. Draw both knees in. Give yourself a nice big squeeze. And then releasing everything as you make your way into Shavasana. So as always, I am going to leave you for your Shavasana. You're very welcome to pause the video here and pop on one of our guided Shavasana practices. Pop on a song or a timer. Allow yourself to find a really nice, comfy position and invite your body to rest and to absorb the practice that you have just done. Encouraging you to take at least a few moments, a few minutes rather, in stillness and quiet. If you are coming out with me, you can slowly make your way back to a seated position. Bringing your hands together before your heart. Take a nice deep breath in through your nose as you fill up. And a big long sigh out. Bowing your head gently towards your hands. A moment to say thank you to yourself for showing up, for doing something just for you. And a big thank you for allowing me to guide you in today's practice. Hope you're feeling good, re-energized, revitalized. And I will see you again very soon. Thank you.